Power supply do.
Transfer between 110 and 200.
That's all it does.
Right.
So whatever plug you have in there, if it's a 110, it's gonna know it's 110. If it's 240, you know you're gonna have 240. All right?
You don't need to switch it manually.
Correct. The power supply in there knows, all right? You have two connectors in here. 232, what do you think the 232 is for?
For firmware upgrade.
No. That's for the hyper-terminal,
See,
okay? To upgrade the firmware,
You need certain program.
you need this port. Okay? And that you should have it on your laptop.
I did it
USB
once,
port.
but it was many years ago.
Yeah.
USB port, right?
The USB port is for the firmware upgrades.
When you connect the printer? Yeah, same.
Yep.
USB, I think this is something new.
No, always had that,
Oh, yeah.
okay?
The square one.
Yep, and the 232 is for a command, say you want to put it to the original calibration data, or any of the other commands that are in there. There's a lot of commands. All right, the only thing I use it for is to reset the original factory settings for the volume.
If you push 3 buttons in the same time, it will delete firmware like the old ones.
Yes, there's a new firmware upgrade, the latest one, I think it's .106, don't quote me on that. I think it's .106 where you can't delete it no more, all right? And we didn't think anybody, the engineers didn't think anybody would go around and push 3 buttons to delete it.
I had this issue.
Yeah, we found it too, so that's why it's changed, so you can put,
The customers are idiots.
yeah. All right,
They are.
so we got this, and we put it on, all right? We got a filter here, doesn't go bad.
Set the filter.
All right? Once in a while, it might go bad, but it's always getting cleaned out. Why is it always getting cleaned out?
Because it pushes down
Oh,
through
yeah.
it the air,
Why?
the gas.
So what happens to the reservoir each time you use this?
Increase the gas content.
Decreases?
Increases.
No.
Decreases.
It increases the temperature, but decreases the oxygen level in here.
It blows air through the reservoir.
Yeah, but you're putting degassed air back in there,
Yeah.
degassed media. So every time you use it, the reservoir is going to get a little bit warmer, and the oxygen level is going to go down a little bit. Okay? All right, so we power it up, and what happens when we power it back up?
Self-test.
Yep, I will say pass. Okay. All right, let me go, let me get a screwdriver here. Let me take this sucker apart, so everybody knows how the back cover comes off. I usually get a long screwdriver.
That's really a long one.
Yeah, yeah. But I get the long one this way for right over here.
Yeah.
I can take these screws out
This guy's.
real quick. What?
This guy's.
You just don't want to bring this on an airplane, you know?
eso te pasa de agua al agua.
When you guys see anything while you're in here?
Well, we went to Hoboken yesterday to Carlos Bakery.
Oh, okay. Nobody went to Manhattan or anything?
No,
No?
no. We saw the Statue of Liberty from Liberty Park.
Oh, okay. Every time I go down to San Juan, I just stay in San Juan. Down in Florida, I just stay in San Juan. I used to go down there a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah, Roosevelt Road. Navy base.
Yeah.
All right. So this is the inside. All right. Now what we have here is the glass tube. You see right here is an O-ring. Okay. This is the O-ring. It should be changed out every 6 months. Okay?
Every 6 months. I have changed it only once. I have 3 or 4 instruments.
It depends on how much you use them. We have customers that are using them day in and day out.
I change it when the noisy sound appears.
Okay. Yeah. And when he says it's a noise, a lot of times in the beginning when you start it up, the noise will go down because it's dry.
Yeah.
Right? It's like putting a windshield wiper blade
Yeah.
on a car.
Yeah.
Right? All right. So it's going to come down. All right? What's creating the vacuum? Is this coming down, right?
Yes.
So that's creating the vacuum, all right? So it's going to suck up the media, all right? It's going to come in here, all right, and it's going to go around the loop. And that loop is to help it for degassing. Okay?
Is it permeable to the
Say-
gases? Is the steel permeable or not?
Just it's polypropylene, so.
Yeah.
So just
Tygon.
Yeah. Okay? So it's going to go in, it's going to go in here. And
Stigo.
inside this loop,
I think it's all polypropylene.
yeah, it is. If you see,
Polyethylene.
if you see inside this loop here, there's a direction of flow.
Yeah, one way.
See the valve? Okay? And there's a small orifice in there. So it's going to go in here, it's going to go down through this loop and around. And when it sucks it in, this solenoid is going to open up. Okay? Where do you think it goes next?
The heater.
Yep, let me take this front cover off. Can you get that?
How do you disconnect these cables here?
Okay. Go like this,
Yeah, that one I know, the second one.
twist it down, pull it.
It's so hard. It's okay.
You guys all going back tomorrow or today? Tuesday? Tuesday? Oh, Thursday? Oh, you got some time here, huh? Would you fly out into Newark or
Oh, from JFK.
JFK? Hey, who's the salesman up there?
We have there in Montreal,
Yeah.
Jacques,
Jacques still there?
yeah. But in Toronto it's Ray.
Okay, how's Jacques' wife doing?
She's well, stable.
Yeah, she was sick the last time I was up there.
Yeah.
It was a couple years ago.
No, you never know, it's cancer.
Yeah, it's. I think what, she had breast cancer?
Yeah,
I remember shit. Pull that out?
yeah. So Pharma Science has many of those, Pharma Science in Montreal.
Yeah. All right. So no, you just,
It will not fall.
yeah, you just lean it there, okay? All right, when it's coming in, it's gonna get sucked up here through this loop, right? It's a one-way loop. Comes into the solenoid, all right? Goes into here, and it goes into the heater block. Okay, it gets heated once by this heater. It goes through the block, then there's another heater in the back here.
Yeah.
All right? And it gets heated out, and it gets drawn up through here, and goes down. Okay? When it's full, it's gonna go back up, it's gonna go back through here, through the heater again, through the other heater again, and then out. So how many times does it pass by a heater?
2 times.
4 times.
4 times. 2 heaters, 2 times per
Okay.
heater.
2 heaters,
Ah, you
2
mean
way.
by
Yep.
2 by 2, right?
Yeah.
If you come in here,
Yeah,
the heater's here.
yeah.
All right, so it's gonna go down through the heater, come back through the heater again, up, goes back down, through the heater, Okay? So, and this is what the heater looks like. And these do go bad every once in a while. The heater will blow out right around here. Now, there's 2 types of heaters. There's one for 110, and there's one for 240. Okay, so you want to make sure if you have 240 or 110. You're 110 down there, right?
Yep.
Yeah. You're 240 in Saudi Arabia?
240.
All right, so you need a different heater. All right, make sure you get the 240 heater. All right?
This is different than before. I know that on the first one it was like in series.
Yeah,
There were 110 volts for 22, but they were connected in series.
oh, okay, yeah, on the first ones, maybe, yeah, they could have been. I know now I don't know how they're doing it now. Now they're
Independent.
independent, okay? So, everybody know how to check to see if a heater is good?
Resistance.
All right, what's the resistance should be?
17 ohms.
About 17 ohms, all right? So you get your multimeter out?
If it is open, it's open.
Or if it's
And
short, it's
sensor
short.
should be kiloohms and something like 30 kiloohms.
All right, I usually just put my multimeter here. You want to hold that? Go like this. About 17.6, 18 ohms.
Thank you.
Depends on temperature, right?
Yep.
It
Alright.
changes the resistance.
Usually when I do that, I just take this off right through here, and I put a paper clip and I measure the resistance on it. Okay?
So what is the second one? This is just a
Thermocouple.
protection.
It's a thermocouple.
Thermocouple.
Yep.
Thermocouple, no PT 100.
It can be short too, to heater, the thermocouple can be short.
Yes.
Yeah, that's, you have
It
to
caused
check
the same
this.
problem.
Yeah.
Yep.
Error message.
It will give you an error message, a heating error message. All
Mhm.
right, so we're gonna turn it on. We got it on, right?
Yeah.
And we're gonna watch this baby go.
Restart it.
Front cover came out.
Yeah, now it's ready.
It's ready?
Pass.
Okay. And we'll get give me a beaker over there. And we're gonna hit run. Just put it under there. All right. So now this piston's coming down, all right? What's driving this piston?
Motor.
This motor, okay? Inside the motor, what's holding this down is a 6.3 amp fuse. Okay, that's its protection. It's a T 6.3 amp fuse. T 6.3. T is for time delay. All right? And you see on those little round fuses, T is going to be time delay, F is going to be a fast flow. Okay? Yep. So it's coming down, and that's just the way it's getting drawn in.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
It's not a leak.
No, it's not a leak because it's on the
It's
inside.
inside.
It just
All
spitting
right.
down.
All right.
All right. So these two solenoids open. All right. Now this one opened up and let some pressure out. Now it's pushing up. All right. We're taking in a lot extra. Okay. And that extra is going out here. That's why the filter's always going to get cleaned. Coming in and out. All right. So that filter now is going to have the excess come out. So it gets up to 500. Boom. It knows it's 500. And we get a fault.
E12.
All right. What's E12?
I don't know. Error messages.
Kind of vitamins like the B12.
Ah,
Let me look them up if I forget. I always carry around a manual, some old fashioned.
¿Será que no está sellado completo? Tiene...
So 500 meters, it was entered.
There's still air in the
There was entered 500.
in the chamber.
It was. Now I can't show it.
Yeah. It was pre-entered.
But you can change. You can change any volume between 250,000.
Come on, I know you're in here somewhere.
No. Vamos a ver rápido, si con las medidas,
High pressure. It's too much high pressure. All right, and that's because maybe I took this apart. How can we find out where the pressure is, what it's reading on the pressure?
There's a pressure sensor inside.
Yep, this is the pressure sensor,
Yeah.
and the vacuum sensor is right under here,
Yeah.
okay? That reads the pressure in the vacuum.
Can we move this a bit front?
Sure.
It will not be all on the same.
Yep. Why?
We're just gonna form a wash on it. Get rid of that error. Oh, I know why it went out, because we took this,
Yeah.
it thinks it's a remote nozzle,
Uh-huh. Yeah, we
okay?
don't-
So that's why. So nothing opened up. So we'll put this nozzle back on. Sometimes it's the stupid shit. Did I curse?
Under the mini E11.
Yeah, again, some overpressure, I guess.
High pressure, but less than the E12.
Reboot it?
But I think we need the beaker.
Yeah, here it is. All right, that means wash. See the Y there? Because you can't make a W with those characters, so they put a Y there, so that means wash. Okay? Yes, wash. All right? So there was no way they can make a W out of those characters.
I think it means waste.
Yeast.
Yeast, wash. And you know, beaker.
Para empezar la línea.
All right, now we'll try this again. We're gonna run 500. We're gonna do a setup, okay? Setup, we're gonna run 500. 37 degrees, C. We're gonna only use one vessel. You can do one or two, anything up to 1,000. You can do 4 250s, 2 500s. 1 900, 1 1,000. Okay, and we're gonna run it. All right, this is piston, and this O-ring is creating a vacuum, right?
Yeah, and during the run you can check the pressure
Correct.
from here.
The up arrow, set up and up.
Yeah, set up and up.
Did you go to the bar last night?
Everybody?
All right. So this is creating the vacuum coming in, right? It's sucking it in, the solenoids are opening up, it's going through the heater. How many heaters are there? 2 heaters, okay?
You don't press it in the same time.
Yeah.
Bueno, acá, el delay, mira por qué el delay. Porque el paro ya.
One could be the temperature, the other one is the
Yeah.
pressure.
I can see creando succión.
Way to start creating pressure.
Eso es lo que hablaba en...
Should be
Lo
down.
hemos hablado del otro ya.
Now it's creating pressure.
Yeah.
It's going up.
I don't know why it's not, it should be working. We get it to
New
work.
firmware.
What is the delay? 10 seconds or something like that? The delay in the, from the, when the motor stops?
It depends on the program, how much you're taking in. If you're
Okay.
taking in 250, 500, it's gonna be internally set up, so you probably never have to worry about that.
All right. What about your stop? Check something.
So the gas should leave the medium and stay in the top, yes?
Yes,
Cannot change anything now.
That should be the idea.
Yeah.
We don't have a vacuum.
Yeah,
So the block stack should be not like HPLC. We
So
just
each time 220, 250, two times
have
250.
some thermal.
Two times.
Oh, no.
when you set the volume something
Okay.
up to 500, because the cylinder volume is 1 liter,
That's
so you can fill 2 vessels with 1 shot. So you can choose.
I know,
You
but
will
you
use-
always choose one.
If you want to do,
Yeah, 1 because
we'll do setup, 500,
Yeah,
37, and then we'll go 2.
yeah.
And then we'll hit run again and watch what happens.
You just need to hit around the second time.
All right. What's the spec on the temperature?
37.
37 plus or minus how many degrees?
Uh-huh.
2 degrees. All right.
You see here the vacuum. It's only error. You have to push only arrow.
Oh, okay.
Arrow. Not setup arrow.
Yeah, it's been a while. All right. And if you hit the bottom, it's temperature.
Yeah, one is temperature, one is
Yeah.
pressure.
All right. Now the vacuum is measured how?
PSI?
No, that's pressure.
Yeah, it's
Pressure per square inch is PSI. What is vacuum measured in?
In America or what?
Yeah,
Units.
Our unit, yeah. It's,
Maybe Thor or maybe
no, inches of mercury. Okay.
Isn't that the same as Thor?
Yeah, it's
I-
the same like that.
You use
Probably
so many different units, so nobody knows.
Yeah.
So you must calculate for each single operation. You must do like these calculations for all these.
That's why you have your smartphone. You can
Yeah.
Or they could use SI units and that's it.
cross-reference the unit.
All right, so now it's going to fill up 1.
Easy, but it's easy.
It's easy until it breaks. Sometimes then sometimes I want to shoot myself.
Yeah. Brainstorming.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
we had one of the first one, and there was one web which was actually without any
Bajó la
needs
temperatura,
inside,
subió la
so,
temperatura un poco.
so it created overpressure, so that spin
And
was.
now
I think,
if you
also
hit second
bent a
time
little
around,
bit.
it will make
Ah,
the
so
second
then
shot. So
it's
you only
Place,
yeah you
Yes,
place
yeah.
on the next vessel. It
This
hits
was
one.
also all
That's it.
sold, so which was
so-
sold another one.
You save time in
And
this
what
way.
is it for wash?
The heater
This is
and
for
everything was
this is
wrong.
for washing
Also
the system
the
because
pin,
yeah, everywhere
El agua.
from
I've never
all
seen that many
tubings
problems.
and here because you can use some kind of media, not from water.
Y para dispensar
SLS,
distintos
foaming media.
Yes. Yeah, we'll all go over that. All right. So let's go over a couple basics. You got the O-ring. Where's the O-ring at? Somebody point to it. All right. Where's the pressure and the vacuum switch?
Over here.
Okay. All right. The main motor.
Over here.
Yep. All right. You got 2 heaters. What's attached to the heaters? Thermal couplers. All right. Now also on the top of the heater, what do you got? Temperature sensors.
This
All right.
is PT100 or what? Sensor.
Yeah.
No, the other one.
You got the
Maybe
2
the other
temperature
one.
sensors on the
Yeah,
top.
with the blue wires.
Yeah, with the blue wires. I've never
See,
seen
this
one of
is
them
the
go
same
bad.
here. This blue wire. And this is
ok.
underneath
Ok,
it.
ok,
So
ok.
that-
Yep.
see that?
Ah, en la misma resistencia hay una termociclo.
That's this hole right here.
PT100.
The hole on the top
Ok.
is for the is a temperature sensor.
Yeah, we also had a blown up heater block.
Yeah, well, the old ones were gray.
Yeah, the gray one.
Yeah, that's why they went to these. What happens, they were cracking in high elevation areas.
Yeah, it's in the third story.
This is from Teflon now.
I don't know what exactly.
It's not
Teflon,
Teflon.
I think.
Yeah,
I think the Teflon.
I think it's Teflon.
but these are, I haven't seen these break.
Boomerang.
Yeah. It's like killing thing.
Right angle.
No, no Teflón. No Teflón. Es
But both heaters is at the same temperature.
And it's polyethylene.
Yes,
No. Polyethylene is too.
yeah, whatever you
Whatever
said,
you say.
whatever you said of that.
In the
is good.
block.
Right. You'll find a lot of places will set it to 38, because by the time you do the first one to the last one, and put it in the bath, the temperature will go down. Okay? Yep, you got all those fittings there, right?
Yeah, so
Now, what happens if you want to if you have to replace this tubing? How do you get this
You
tubing?
take it out from your place, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fast.
I want somebody who just broke one of these because they didn't know how to. You just press this in, okay?
Just a break.
And just press that center pin in and pull it out, and you're good to go. Okay? I've never seen a motor go bad. He probably has.
No, not motor, it's okay, but the gear inside.
Yeah. Oh, the gear?
You
Yeah.
know, there is some tooth wheel and it's pinned through, and this pin was snapped off,
Okay.
probably because of all the pressures or something.
Yeah. It might have been, this corkscrew, this is what they call the corkscrew or the lead screw. Okay, underneath there. All right. So you got, on the bottom here, you got a gasket. Okay? Now, in reality, this thing, the glass has a floating ground on the bottom. What's that mean, a floating ground? A floating bottom?
It's free.
Move
Yes. All right, it's designed to just move a little bit here.
Because of the gasket, right?
Because you got this coming down.
Yeah.
All right, so this is gonna move. You got these two holes in the bottom for air to escape down. All right? Actually, it's four, right? Yeah, four holes. All right? And that's just for air to go out when it's pulling in.
The only thing which is missing on this instrument is like something what would catch all the, there is leakage.
Yeah.
To catch the leakage and to put it out of the machine.
Yeah, but
that
there's-
would be a good. Yeah, that would, then it would be a few $1,000s more.
Yeah. All right. So what is the SLS mode? Boris, you want to put it in SLS mode?
I'm not sure that I remember how, but
Okay, I'll do it.
it is for foamy.
When you come in here and to setup, you're gonna come in here, you're gonna hit the up button
3 seconds, I think.
and the setup.
Yeah.
SLS,
Off.
we're gonna put that on. Okay,
What
we,
does that mean, SLS?
SLS
soapy
is
media. Okay, and when the chemists have,
foamy.
foamy, something soapy, okay? All right, we're gonna go calculate by volume or calculate by,
Mass.
yeah, mass.
Weight.
I just keep it by volume. All right, the autofill
Autofill is one attachment.
is the
like
attachment where it
carousel
spins around on the bottom, it's a carousel. All right, we don't have that,
for all.
so we're gonna keep that off. All right, we got the handle,
Yeah.
is gonna be on. Okay? So now we're set up. Now we're gonna run it. And tell me, what do you think the difference is?
It will start working slowly.
It's gonna go much slower. And that's for the SLS media, which is soapy. It causes a lot of bubbles, a lot of foam, all right?
It needs some time to get rid of the gas.
Yeah. Okay.
So the offset time is bigger now.
Yeah, the motor speed is slower when it's drawing it in or when it's going out. I'd have to measure the time to see how much, if it's half or if it's down by a third. But you know it'll be a lot slower then.
You know, when my colleague did exchange of this O-ring, and, he didn't look well, and those cables were beneath the glass. When the customer switched it on, boom.
I had so many issues with puncture on one of these tubings, and I think because of some pressure issue it was, or some.
Usually what I found out, it was, see usually the main board?
Yeah, member.
All right, but what happens is the heater's heating up and it gets so hot that it evaporates the water,
Yeah,
all right? And then it becomes,
pressurized.
no? What's water become
Melted.
when it gets too hot? Steam.